Hey everybody, how's it going? Man here, Cadeorade5, and I'm here with some hockey stuff. You guys know that I do like to do some hockey on my channel, and one of the things that I did last year that I'm obviously not doing this year just because nobody really liked it all that much is something called the NHL Playoff Showdown, which pretty much was a whole bracket of stuff, and it was the best of 3 series. I uploaded it was like 40 episodes long, and I had to do it like 3 weeks. I really hated doing it myself, and I had to pause Pokemon X and Y for a long time. So I don't really want to do that again. Plus, nobody really liked it at all. So I'm gonna be just doing my bracket in front of you guys. I'm not gonna show all my account information or whatever because that's absurd. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, you can see right here, so here's how the scoring goes. Earn points for correctly picking the winner of each series. Each correct pick is valued below. The first round is 10 points, the second round is 25 points, conference finals 50 points, and the Stanley Cup is 100 points. I definitely know that, I'm not going to predict every first round perfectly, and if I get a second round, I'll be lucky. But that's that, and also bonus points. You earn 3 bonus points each time you correctly predict the length of a series in the first round, so long as you also correctly pick the winner of that series. Now, last year I didn't do much research. Oh, and let me show you guys this. The grand prize is a VIP trip to the NHL Awards in Las Vegas and a Samsung Galaxy S6, because I guess it's sponsored by Samsung this year. As you can see, the second prize is a curved 55-inch TV. Oh, that could go in this room right here. Actually, no, it probably won't fit. And then a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. And the third prize is just a Samsung Galaxy X6. I'm butchering these. Now, you guys probably won't believe me, but Minnesota did win in 7 games last time around, and I did predict the Wild to win in 7 games last round. I'm gonna guess not many other people did that, and they're facing the Blues now. And now my friend, really good friend, Diddy-Rocks37, I was over at his house tonight, and we were just talking hockey, because he knew that the Wild and the Blues were probably going to match up in the playoffs, and that's what they did. So I did a little bit of research for this video, and really, it's really hard. It's really close. But I'm gonna go Minnesota here in 7 again, just because number one, they have a really good record on the road, and they've been better since they have had Dubnyk. So they've had one of the better records in the league since the All-Star break, just because they do have Devin Dubnyk. And also I think yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and the Wild are better head-to-head, and the 2 recent matchups were both in March. The Wild won, so that also makes me think that the Wild are gonna win. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm saying the Wild are gonna win in 7. The Blues are definitely a good team. They lost to the Blues last night, actually. I don't remember if that was on the road, but they were 2-1 in the recent one, so it's hard to pick, you guys. But also, I gotta go for my favorite team, so I'm gonna go Wild here in 7 games, because I think that they can come through and hopefully beat the Blues. Next now is Nashville and Chicago, and to be honest, guys, I don't think they really played that much against each other. Now, obviously, I know that I don't here, let me read this stuff. I Alright, whatever. Minnesota leads the league in penalty killing, so that's good. So yeah. Next I gotta look up Nashville and Chicago. Versus Chicago NHL. Alright. Okay. So yeah. Come on, where is that? Where is it? Was it United Sun? No. No, that's not it. What's wrong with me? I don't know if we can, like, look into anything else. I think, ESPN is probably the best. Okay, you know what? Oh god. I wish we could change this. I really like this site. Really do. Or maybe we could, like, change the teams. Let me change teams. Oh, this thing's a betting site. Oh god. No, I'm not going on that site. It looks a little sketch now that I see it. Oh, I should probably cut out me looking at my phone because I'm a little stupid like that. Anyways, Nashville against Chicago. Now, this is another one I think is going to be really close just because Nashville, like, I don't know really how good they are. Because Chicago wrecked us in the second round again. But Nashville, I haven't done much research on Nashville. I don't know what's made them really good this year. In that fact, I don't know. I really don't know how Nashville got to number 2. I do know though when they got to the end of the year, they did start playing some better teams, and then they did start losing. So that's why I'm gonna be picking Chicago here. Oh, I love it. My second round matchup is the 4th seed and a 3 seed. I'm gonna say Chicago wins in 6 or 7. Now I'm gonna go 6. See, I don't know if home field advantage is the thing. Plus, it's only 3 points. If I guess that correctly. So next is Anaheim and Winnipeg. Now, I think this pick is fairly obvious for many people, because this is Winnipeg's first year being a playoff team, and also I don't really know, like, no, I know how good they are because they've been rivaling us, and I don't think they can handle the pressure. I just don't think a Winnipeg team going to the playoffs for the first time can handle this kind of pressure. Plus, Anaheim is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Anaheim here. I'm gonna go in. See, I hate to pick sweeps, so you're probably not gonna see me pick a sweep. But yeah, Anaheim goes ahead, and goes there. In 5. Next is Vancouver and Calgary. Now, Calgary, I think, is another team that I'm thinking like Nashville. I don't really know how they got in the playoffs. They are a 3 seed now because Nashville was for a long time in that number 1 seed in the Central Division. Calgary still had to fight to make the playoffs. So, and they barely actually don't know. But, I'm actually going to go Vancouver on this one just because I don't think, Calgary can handle the pressure just like Nashville and Winnipeg and stuff like that. So as Chicago won by 6 games, I'm also going to say Vancouver's going to win by 6 games because Calgary's the 3 seed, so they had to do somewhat decent. Actually, I think they have less points than Minnesota and Winnipeg. So now we're right. Actually, no. Let's do the rest of the first round first. Montreal and Ottawa. Now, what do I say? The Eastern Conference does have a lot less points than the Western Conference. It's been like that for a long time. I'm not sure why. But I do know that the first seeds in the Eastern Conference this year have been pretty dominant throughout the year. The Canadians are really good, and the Rangers obviously are really good. They got the President's Trophy this year. So I do know some people who like the Ottawa Senators, and I don't have a problem with the Ottawa Senators. And I really don't like the Canadians, but I'm here and playing to win this. So by all means, I would love Ottawa to beat the Canadians, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. But I think Montreal's gonna win this, but I still think it's going to be a rough, what's the word? A rough time. I don't know why I didn't get that word. A rough time for them, and I'm gonna pick 6 or 7 games here. I think Ottawa. I want to see Ottawa Senators. If they do have that's a perfect. I know that's not how you spell Ottawa. Ottawa Senators. And if they have a good home record, I'm gonna go 7. If they don't have a good home record, I'm gonna go 6. So yeah, apparently Ottawa's really yeah, they have an option for French. That's sketchy. Just kidding. Bring on the Canadians. Where's standings? Okay, here's what I want to see, because I want to see if they do have a good home record, and it doesn't really tell if I go this way. No. Ottawa. Wait, does Ottawa have? Okay, compared. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7. I don't care. I know. And now, Tampa Bay Lightning and Detroit. Now, I've seen a lot of people predict Tampa Bay Lightning to win the Stanley Cup, actually. I'm not going to predict them to go all the way to the Stanley Cup and win it, per se. But I could go ahead. I am going to go ahead and pick Tampa Bay Lightning in 6. Just because Detroit. Yeah. Next is the Rangers and the Penguins. Now, don't get me wrong, the Penguins got Sidney Crosby and Vanny Malkin, and they've got 2 centers, and they've got a well-rounded team. They've got that guy from Minnesota, Paul Martin, on defense, and they have a pretty good team. But New York Rangers, they have Rick Nash. I don't remember their center's name. And then they have Martin St. Louis. Rick Nash has the most goals in the league. Martin St. Louis probably has like the most assists in the league. So those two make a pretty dynamic duo when they're on the ice. And I gotta pick New York Rangers in 6 games. I would have done 5, but since Pittsburgh is still a good team, just they can turn stuff around pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and pick New York Rangers. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do now Washington and New York Islanders. And looking at my bracket now, I've only had 2 upsets. I like to have at least 3 upsets, and I think the New York Islanders can do an upset here on the Washington Capitals. I know they have Ovechkin and everything, but Islanders have Tavares, who I think is just as good as Alex Ovechkin. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are just gonna spam me in the comment section like, Cadeorade5, Alex Ovechkin's the man, he's the blah blah. I'm like, I don't care. John Tavares is younger than Alex Ovechkin, and he will have the same stats as Alex Ovechkin does when he gets that old. And I think that really Washington really doesn't have any other people that good other than Ovechkin. And I think New York Islanders just can edge out the Washington Capitals a little bit more. I'm going to do that in 7 games. Now we're here for the second round matchups. And Minnesota and Chicago, Anaheim and Vancouver. Now, going by a pattern, and no, I do not like to go by patterns, but I'm gonna do it this time just because I know right here, I know stuff that happened. So last year we lost 4-2. The year before we lost 4-1. This year we're probably gonna lose again 4-3 though. So I'm gonna pick Chicago to go to the conference finals, and yeah, I can go ahead and do that. So that's that. And Anaheim and Vancouver. Anaheim, because Anaheim. No, I don't know. And the reason I'm being a little bit more lax than I was last year, even though I didn't record last year's, is because the Kings are not in the playoffs. Yes, I'm happy the Kings aren't in the playoffs. See, I just don't think Vancouver can do that well against Anaheim, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose Anaheim. Next, see, I really wish the Blues didn't play the Wild, because it's just, no, yeah. Next is Montreal and Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this is probably the hardest pick. I think that the Rangers might get to the Stanley Cup Finals. Maybe the Tampa Bay, oh shoot, no, let's not right click. I think all of these teams have a chance of going to the Stanley Cup Finals, and I think the reason I'm not doing as well is just because I don't know as much about the Eastern Conference. I don't know what or how good they're doing, and I think Montreal isn't good enough to beat the Lightning. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the Lightning to go on, because I can, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Rangers to go on just because, again, they are the best team in the league, and they've done really well. So now right here, I absolutely hate Chicago. This is where my hatred starts coming in, you guys. There's no way I want Chicago or Anaheim, to be honest, in the finals, but I'd rather have Anaheim, and Chicago won't win anyways. Next, we have the Lightning against the Rangers. Now, the Lightning against the Rangers, I think is a hard matchup indeed, but I don't really know how the Lightning can win against the Rangers. So I'm going to go ahead and go the Rangers. So now we have the Anaheim Ducks and the New York Rangers. Now, to think right now, the Ducks, see, honestly, I know who I want to win, but I don't know if they're going to win, just because, like, a lot of teams win the President's Trophy, don't win the Stanley Cup, just because they get, like, sassy or whatever. But I really don't think the New York Rangers are gonna do that for some reason. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick the New York Rangers. But I think it's gonna be close. I think it's probably gonna be and like really close. So total goals scored in the final series. And now I could do some estimating and stuff like that. And as I think that the Rangers are gonna score 2 to 3 goals a game, and the Ducks are gonna score 1 to 2. So if I do 2.5, because I think this game will be 7 games long, honestly. So I'm gonna get out a handy dandy handy dandy, what? Handy dandy calculator. And, go ahead and do this. So, Rangers are score 17.5, and the Anaheim Ducks will score, oh shoot, Anaheim Ducks will score 10.5. So that plus 17.5 is 28 goals, and I'll go 30, just as a rough estimate, because I can. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and save my bracket, you guys. I'm not going to show all that other stuff that you have to do, but you guys can see what my bracket looks like. Now, I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of it, because my thing doesn't cover the whole thing. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get about Cadeorade5's signing out. Oh wait, before that, make sure to slapshot that like button, because I think this is the first video like this going up on YouTube for brackets, just because, I don't know, I looked it up on YouTube this morning, could not find anything, so I thought it might be a nice trick or treat. I did not mean to make that pun on purpose. Trick or treat. Right when I said the treat, I'm just like, why did I say that? Anyways, you guys, make sure to slapshot that like button. Subscribe if you guys have not. Cadeorade5's signing out. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day.